Nirmala Sitharaman speaking at NSE.
I did, as soon as I come in, have this thought, and as soon as I came in, I did ask him, was there a purpose? Have people done this before? Or I'll be the first one even on that to say, oh, she came to close the business. So my intention is to say that I'm sure the NSE would have many 25 years more open and close business on a daily basis and achieve that kind of a success which they've achieved in 25 years, multiple times more, and be the pride of this country. I'm indeed very honored to be part of this institution today. You've achieved something which many other countries, even if they are very well exposed to developed financial market, stock market systems, have not achieved. So there's never enough to say about the NSE's performance in the last 25 years. And therefore, today, marking the 25th anniversary, for me to be here, I feel extremely honored. And also the fact that NSE, since its very commencement, as was said by both the speakers earlier, has shown extraordinary positive inclination to use technology. Use technology, and truly the objective with which it was set up to democratize, to retail, and to take it to the people. In that, using technology has been pioneering work. And actually, one can see the tangible benefits and the success of NSE largely being thanks to the technology adoption. Today, I understand that in more than 600 districts, there are camps being held, approaches being made to make investor education far more accessible for everybody. And nearly 4,500 such courses are held on a regular calendar year to calendar year basis, as a result of which today Indians feel a lot more informed in dealing with stocks and being a participant and active player in the stock markets. So I appreciate that effort in truly taking the spirit of wanting to have the stock market become lots more democratized. That is one thing. Second, at a time when stock markets in India in the early 90s, forever before that also, were present only in few cities and kept going with the spirit of, dealing with stocks and so on. It was post the NSE setting up that truly, not confining itself to the metropolitan cities alone, nearly 2,000 cities have been covered, and there are 200,000 terminals available for people to be able to be active in the stock market. That's again an immense achievement for a young stock exchange. And I appreciate the leadership as much as I appreciate all those who have been actively engaged in the stock market, thereby taking an image of India, of which I had a very recent interest shown by an international visitor, a minister from a different country. I'm not naming the country, but of course I've informed Mr. Limai about the interest shown for them to first thing tell me about the great achievements of NSE, how they in their country want to learn from the NSE, and they were happy if it is welcome for the NSE to send a delegation so that they can learn as to how India has achieved so much in a matter of 25 years. So I've just mentioned it to Mr. Limai about it, and I'm sure he will, as much as the ministry will, take enough encouraging steps to be able to spread and also share the knowledge that you have acquired in the last 25 years in reaching out to the retail investors in the large extent and scope in which you have done, which is in a country like India, being diverse in its geography, language, culture, and so on, is a big success which all of us appreciate. And therefore, again, on 3rd November, to hold a Retail Investors Day on a regular annual basis is only to underline how you honestly do believe that it is the retail investor who is going to make this stock exchange vibrant and active, and it is that which gives you the strength compared to any other. So I think deciding to have November 3rd celebrated as Retail Investors Day is a fantastic step forward, and it is going to bring in more Indians towards the stock market. I underline that because it's a well-known fact, but I thought this is a very appropriate occasion to say it. India is still dependent on banks for debt functioning. Bank alone cannot serve that cost. And that is why I'm very happy that even as I stepped into this ministry, there were enough efforts being made by the bureaucracy, and I credit them for it, for looking at deepening the debt market in India, to widening the debt market in India. And the efforts which are being taken, and I'm also eager now to recognize the advice given periodically to us by various experts who are seated here. I can name each one of them, but I duly respect and thank each one of you all for that kind of a regular interaction and giving us inputs so that India's debt and equity market can equally be strong in playing a big role towards determining our economic affairs. And with that said, I would like to just underline the fact that India needs a vibrant stock market. You at the NSE have proven that it is possible for us to have completely homegrown solutions, be it technology, be it the kind of platforms that you're using, be it the way you organize yourself. A completely homegrown, sustainable model for a stock market is something which many countries, as I said earlier, want to learn from. Together with you and with the IFSC, the GIFT City in Ahmedabad, I think we are giving a picture to the whole world that here we go, we have, for an emerging market, a very strong institutional strength in the form of the two institutions of NSE and the IFSC. And therefore, the interest which is being shown by many of the sovereign funds today to want to enter India, to want to benefit from India's institutional framework, is something which is not just for the interest or the earnings that they come for, but they also come because they have trust and faith in the way in which, as per law given, you have organized yourself. And because it's a very transparent way, the way in which foreign funds or the sovereign funds, pension funds, all of which are coming today with great enthusiasm, is recognizable. Mr. Tyagi, of course, spoke, and Mr. Limai spoke about the way in which the government's policy is now looking at doubling farmers' income, reaching out to every citizen to provide their homes. We are in the ministry, as you know, since August, we have been announcing various interventions in such a way that the market is revived, the people and the consumption, the demand is revived. So even as we're doing it, there is a lot of work to be done yet. One particular sector which I have not touched, but which has a lot of impact, causal impact, and also effect kind of an impact from the stock market, is the real estate. Real estate sector requires a lot more attention because the sluggishness which prevails there is got to be addressed. And I'm glad to say there are alternative funds which are now approaching us saying we would like to do something with you all, so long as there is some support mechanism available for reviving the real estate sector, whereby the core industries which are going to supply material are not only going to benefit, but also several home buyers who are looking up to the government to give them solutions are also keen to attract and some attention from the government so that solutions are offered to them. Why is so much importance given to real estate? At least I want to present before you, because it has a spillover effect on very many sectors. Not just the middle class home buyer, but the fact that on and off depends very keenly on the core industries. It is going to have a very serious positive impact. And therefore, when funds approach us, when funds approach you, the keenness with which India's core sectors are in their mind. And the passage to approach them are through these various sectors like the real estate. Government of India is very keen to and is working very clearly together with the RBI to see how best we can, where necessary, tweak the existing laws to help the people who are affected in this one sector, which I have not really completely addressed till now. So, not to take more of your time, I've arrived late. I'm sorry about that because I think too many things are happening. The flight or the Mumbai airport, where one of the runways is busy. So we kept hovering over and I was looking at the stock market building, if I can convey. So it has been today a bit of a trying time for Mr. Limaing and for all of us. But once again, I want to thank all of you all, active participants in the NSE, being one of the world's well-noticed, tech-savvy stock exchanges. I wish you all very well, and I'm sure we are looking forward to brighter days ahead. Thank you very much.